how to be such a disciplined guy in just a one day, from which you can do whatever thing you want to do. It can be doing a study for 8 to 9 hours. It can be doing exercise on a daily basis and be so much productive guy, be a so much consistent guy who is learning a skill and so much disciplined type of guy. This is what I am going to talk about in this video. No, I am not going to talk about this in this video. I am going to talk about the discipline, but I am not going to talk about that how you can build such type of discipline in just one day, because I am not going to talk about, because you cannot be that type of, you cannot be disciplined in just one day. Discipline is a slow process. It is a slow process, and you have to admit that thing, right? You are not going to be a discipline in just overnight. It is completely false thing, right? And in this video I'm going to talk about, how you can make the thing that you want to do. It can be doing a study, doing a workout, starting a business, or learning a skill, whatever thing it can be. How to make this thing more pleasurable, so that you will find interest or you will find enjoy to do that thing. And how to reduce the friction between the thing, that between the you and that thing, and how to reduce the pain of doing that thing, right? So here I have a 4 step which will help you to be more disciplined. And let us start the process. Let us start with the first step, which is the breadcrumb method. Let us understand with an example. Let us suppose you want to study, or you want to do exercise, or you want to start meditation, journaling, or learning a skill, whatever thing it can be. So what you really have to do is that you have to do that thing only for a 5 minutes. For example, doing a study, do a study for only 5 minutes. Doing doing exercise for only 5 minutes. Doing a journaling, do only for 5 minutes. So what you really here are doing is that you are training your brain to take the action instead of thinking. Because let me tell you that if the thing that you want to do is harder for you, let us suppose that you are a class 10 student who want to do a study, and who go to a YouTube and watch and see on a YouTube that the lecture that you want to study is 3 hours long, and naturally your brain will feel that it is so much hard, it will consume so much my energy, it will be really hard for me to watch a 3 hour lecture. That is why your brain will start procrastinating by scrolling a reels and by spending a time in a social media or watching entertainment content. You will start procrastinating because your brain does not want to waste much energy, because your brain has been designed in a such way that it wants to conserve the energy. Let me tell you that whenever you encounter with a situation where you are having a two choice or having a two option, then your brain will choose a option which is easier for your brain, which do not consume so much energy. This is how our brain function. That is why we have to understand our brain, that our brain always want things to be done in an easier way. That is why you have to keep your starting so much small that your brain have to not think any much that whether you should do that thing or not. This is how you have to train your brain, right? And yes, here what you are doing is that you are reducing the friction between you and that thing, because you are making the starting point very easier. So, and now let us move to the second step, which is that make your progress visible. Let us understand this also with an example. Let us suppose you want to decrease a weight. You are so much overweight. Your weight is 100 kg to 150 kg, 200 kg, whatever weight your is. You want to decrease a weight. For that, what you have to do is that you have to make your progress visible. You should have a scale. It means you should have a weight machine that you can measure that how much weight you are having, and you have to measure your weight on a daily basis, from which what will basically happen is that how much weight you are having today, how much weight your weight was yesterday, how much weight your was the day before yesterday. You will get to know that how much weight you were having in the past, and if your weight is decreasing on a daily basis, you will see the progress because you have a record of your progress, and your progress is visible, and you will naturally feel more good enough because you are able to see the progress. And now let us move to the third step, which is reward yourself intentionally. It means, let us suppose you have studied for 3 hours, and let us suppose that you have done study for 3 hours straightforward. What you can do after that is that you can reward yourself. The reward can be doing a thing which are enjoyable for you. It can be listening to your favorite music, or watching mobile for a 5 minute, or scrolling the reel for a 5 minute, or just walking, or just running, or just enjoying the nature, whatever thing it can be. You have to just give reward to yourself, so that what will basically happen is that when you will get a reward, the dopamine will release in your brain, and your brain will your brain will be saying to yourself that by doing the work, this releases the dopamine, right? It means by after doing a study, you give a reward of doing a thing which are enjoyable for you, and you are connecting these two things. It means your brain will wired in a such way that this work your brain will be saying that this study is doing a study is very enjoyable thing, because after doing a study, the dopamine is being releasing, right? And it apply to the all the thing, whatever thing that you complete, just do the thing, or just give reward to yourself, so that dopamine, right? Let us move to the fourth point, which is shrink to start. It means whatever new habit that you are going to start, whatever thing that is new for you to start, then what you really have to do is that you have to keep the starting point very small. For example, let us suppose you want to start a habit of reading a book, or starting an exercise, or to eat healthy food, or to learn a skill, whatever habit or whatever thing that you want to start, then your starting point should be very small. Let us suppose you want to start the habit of exercise. Then what you have to do is that you have to just do the exercise only for 10 minutes. This is what you have to do. And let us suppose you want to build a habit of reading a book. Then what you can do is that you will be reading only one chapter a day. You will be reading only five pages a day. This is what you are saying to yourself. And what, let me tell you what basically happen when we keep the starting small. Then it is easier for us to start the thing, because hardest thing is not doing the thing, hardest thing is the starting the thing. So that is why you are starting the thing. And if you will keep repeating that, and you have to keep that. That is it for the video. I am not going to stretch the video. I have to say lots of things, but I am not going to make the video longer, right? Bye, Samuel Baria.